Hey folks, Mark, Whisker Time Fishing. Today we're going to change out the prop on my Mercury 60 horsepower four-stroke. I had hit something or got in some mud or something and didn't realize it, and I spun the prop hub, and so I'm going to replace the prop. And it's a standard it's a standard 3-blade aluminum prop. I'm going to replace it with a 4-bladed Mercury Spitfire prop. Let's get started. I'm going to put this over here. First thing I'm going to do is readjust the camera so you folks can see what I've got going on. Alright. Let's see if I can't show you this here. As you can see, get in close enough, it has a tab washer on it so that the nut cannot back off. And then it's tabbed in here as well. So I've got to bend these tabs out, and then it's just a matter of breaking the torque and taking this nut loose. Let's get you readjusted here. And I'll try to stay out of your line of sight. We use a board, a 2x4, to hold the prop from turning. That is actually per Mercury. That's what it said in some instructions that I seen. Alright, I've got the right size. So, as I said, first thing we're going to do is bend these tabs down. Let's go ahead and see if I can't do this. Alright. So we take the nut off, we remove the tab washer, and all of these parts we will discard because the new prop came with all new parts. Aft washer, here's the prop, and inside it's got the prop hub that was spun, and here's your thrust washer. So we'll set these to the side. Take a little bit of acetone, and I'm going to clean the splines up a little bit. Clean any old stuff off of it, grease and whatnot, and I will be re-greasing the splines. Does the splines need to be greased? Yes, they need to be greased with a good marine grease. Teflon if you've got it, but it's got to be marine compatible. And this prevent against rust and corrosion. And that's the purpose of this, is just to keep it from rusting and corroding. We don't want this to go bad and rust up on us. I'm probably putting on way more than I need. And I will clean it off of the threads. Again, the purpose of it is corrosion protection. All right. Now this new prop came with a Flow Torque Reflex hub kit. So I have to assemble the hub kit and put it in the prop. Make sure you read the instructions before you do, just to make sure you've got things in the right order. First thing to go on is your thrust washer. Make sure I am correct in that, yep. Now, as I said, I probably got a lot too much grease. I figured I would. All right. Now, the next parts are the reflex drive bottom and the reflex drive top. This is the bottom, this is the top. There is a wider gap here than the rest. Same thing on the other side, 180 out. And you've got a wider flange in 4 places here in the little holes that go through. So you just line that up accordingly. Wide gap here and here, so you just line those up. Bam, and you're not supposed to have any gap inside of here between this surface and the surface in here. If you do, then you've not lined your splines up right. And as you can see, I have no gap. If you misalign it, it just pops right back out. You line it up, it sits tight. And we've got an O-ring here. Goes inside of this. And it gets placed inside of the prop, which is got flat spots to line up with this. And then this goes down in that, and it has to be pushed down until it contacts that flange on the prop. And the instructions tell you to put the washer in place. Let's see if I can. So the instructions tell you put this piece in place here after you've installed the O-ring, and you tap it down till you get that sound. We now know we've made contact. At this point, we place the prop onto the splines. As such. There we go. You've got a new tab washer. It's got to line up with these parts here. The nut goes on. And we torque it to 55 foot-pounds. All right, and this is a calibrated torque wrench, so I know it is correct. We get our prop holding block. Well, you know what, let's run this down first. All right. Now, okay, we'll try a different method. We'll come in from this angle. See if I can't stop it from turning this way. All right, 55 foot-pounds. One more time to make sure. So, there we have it. Ready to go. We should be good to go. Alright folks, it's that simple. There's really nothing to installing a prop or changing the prop on a motor. They should all be pretty much the same. I read over the instructions one more time after I've done this to make sure I've done it right. I've still got to bend my tabs up. Once I bend my tabs up, we're done. It's a very simple job. So we'll see tomorrow how she does on the water. Until then, see you later.